It is that time, questions and answers. Let's go. You've got questions, we've got answers. Here at the Tony Katz Show. I'll go to the phones first. Jay, line 1, welcome to the Tony Katz Show. What's up, Jay?
Yeah, hi. Since you want to do it in a question-and-answer thing, are you aware that the Black Panthers did a walk through the California capital, Sacramento, during Ronald Reagan's governorship with guns? And Mr. Reagan thought that wasn't such a good idea, and the legislature there promptly changed the law so that would not happen again, to the last caller's point. I just thought I'd mention that one. And are you aware that the Second Amendment doesn't say you can't have limits on magazines and guns? You are aware of that. And last 2 points, little Christina...
Do I get to answer any of them, or is this a soliloquy, kid?
Well, let me just point out the little...
No, I want to answer my question. Is it a soliloquy, or is it a question? Because it was questions and answers, I agree, in the plural. But usually you ask a question, you get an answer. In regards to Black Panthers and Reagan, I didn't know that, but here's my answer. So what? What's your point? What's your point?
Mecca. That's the conservative Mecca that Ronald Reagan is...
Sacramento, California used to be the Mecca for people who wanted to live free. Far from that in today's America. Your second point was to the idea that the Constitution doesn't say you can have one, but it doesn't say you can't have one, and anything not specifically given to the federal government is relegated to the states or the people. I read the Constitution more than once. What's your third point?
I just want to point out, how well did it work out for the Blade Runner's girlfriend in South Africa, where she's been shot 4 times? And by the way, little Christina Green in Arizona was killed by bullet number 13 or more out of the crazed lunatic that had the weapon out there. Magazine limits.
You're talking about? Wait, are you talking about Jared Loughner in that case? The Gabrielle Gifford shooting?
Gabby Gifford situation.
Right. Well, if anybody there had a firearm on them, there is no stopping Gabrielle Gifford from getting shot, I believe. Maybe not the second shot, but you could have stopped the third shot and you could have saved her life. But the problem is people didn't have guns on them. If only they had been armed. And as for the case in South Africa that you're talking about, I still don't know the full specifics of that case. Did she break into the house? Was he really worried? I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that I'd like to know more about, certainly.
But you do know that she was killed by gun. And by the way, back to Arizona real quick.
Wait, look at you. So this isn't about questions and answers. This is about you trying to prove a point. What is your point, sir?
My point is, in the Arizona situation...
I want to know, you asked 4 questions. What is your point?
My point is, in that situation, he
in
was
4 questions.
Magazines.
What was your point?
We can limit magazines.
What was your point?
Why wouldn't we do that? These are offensive weapons.
Wait a second. How about this? How about just limit them to 1 bullet? Is that your plan?
Let's go with what.
What's your plan?
A 6-shot revolver is adequate for home defense.
I reject the premise, and we've now proven that it's arbitrary. We've now proven that your number is arbitrary. You're inventing a number that you feel comfortable with, and you don't give a good holy damn to what other people feel comfortable with. That's the problem. That is the problem with the elitists like yourself, Jay.
I'm not an
you
elitist,
think, yes, you are. Of course you are, Jay. You believe that you're the arbiter. You believe that you are the only one who can properly decide and designate what is acceptable, and it's enough. And I say, who the hell are you to make that decision? You don't get to answer for me, son.
I'm a sane individual.
I reject that
I
premise.
believe that the police have the responsibility to do this, and other countries that, like Japan and Israel, regulate these things, and they're... I reject
the premise that somebody who doesn't understand... I reject the premise that somebody who doesn't understand the Constitution, who believes that because something isn't in the Constitution means government can regulate it or decide it, I don't believe that that person is sane. I believe someone who rejects the idea that the laws, that the rules or the rights not specifically given to the government are reserved for the states or the people, who doesn't recognize that, isn't sane. I don't accept that premise, sir, but I thank you for the phone call. My, oh my. Always a pleasure. Follow Kane on Twitter at Indio_radio. You can follow Holly Bacon at HollyBacon77. Find me at Tony Katz, TonyKatz, and TonyKatz.com. Until next time, everyone, much, much love. Take care.